In this one, I'm going to show you how you can purchase your domain name. In the previous video, I ran through my process you can use to brainstorm domain name ideas. And as you can see, we have a list of potential domain names. There was actually 4 I showed in the last video, but after ending that video, I actually went away and added one more, which is Woodworking Hub. That is just a combination again of my core word, woodworking, and there's a secondary word of hub, which is the first one at the top. And that gave us Woodworking Hub. So out of all these domain names, well, these are different types of domains, right? As we ran through EMDs, PMDs, and brand domains, hopefully you can easily identify which type is which. So Saw Guru would be a partial match domain as it includes part of our target keyword. Remember, one of our main keywords we're targeting is best table saws, and that includes the word saw. So this would be a PMD. DIY Guru would be classified as a branded domain. It doesn't include any of our target keywords. We've got WoodHub, again, this would be a branded domain. We've got Cutting HQ, again, another branded domain. And Woodworking would also be another branded domain. So these are all really good ones. So my preference is going to lean towards the branded domain, as when I create affiliate sites these days, I like to go for the ones that have the highest earning potential and they don't narrow me down into a niche too much. However, I still want my name to be related to my topic. So although it's a branded domain, it's not really branded, it's still similar to our topic. So my favorite one I would say is going to be WoodHub or Cutting HQ. So I'm going to just double check which ones are available, if any. So go over to Namecheap, which is my domain register. Of course, if you use GoDaddy or 123reg, feel free to use your typical one. So I'm going to type in woodhub.com and then carry out a search. The reason I entered in a .com is, of course, I want to be targeting the US. So WoodHub is actually taken. It was registered in 2011. It's actually with GoDaddy, which is quite funny. So you can see that this person is obviously fully aware of how good a domain this is, and it's not available. Not a problem. If you really do like the domain, you can go for another TLD. So a TLD stands for a top level domain, and that pretty much refers to the last part of your domain name. So the .com. You can have a .inc, a .xyz, a .me, a .io. So when it comes to choosing the best TLDs, I like to keep mine as generic as possible. I either go for a .com, a .net, or a .co.uk if you're targeting the UK. Of course, if you're targeting Australia, you can go for a .au and those type of TLDs, but pretty much I would stay away from the .incs, .xyzs. Although they may be available, they're not that traditional and it can potentially put some of your visitors off. So woodhub.com is not available. I don't really want any of the other TLDs. I think the .net is taken as well. Let's have a look. Okay, not a problem. Let's go back to our brainstorming ideas. You've got Cutting HQ. I actually quite like that one as well. Cuttinghq.com. Put lowercase.com, and this one looks like it's available. Perfect. And this is just £7.23 per year as well. So also I've already found a brandable domain I'm happy to go ahead with, and I will go ahead and make this purchase. Now, before I make this purchase, let me just add it to my cart. One thing I just want to show you, which was actually very interesting, is obviously our main target keyword is best table saw, right? I actually saw this domain was available. So can you believe it or not, someone has not bought the domain besttablesaw.com, and the reason why is probably because it's £2,273, which is absolutely expensive. Although once you own that domain, it actually renews at just £11.25 a year. So if you are watching this video and you are thinking of building a site in the same niche as me, then you have a really good domain right here. So if you have the resources and the capital for it, go ahead and buy this domain. Just obviously bear in mind, this is an exact match domain. So do take that into consideration when I mention all the pros and cons. But I'm going to go over to my basket and purchase a domain I already have, which is cuttinghq.com. Well, the more I say it, the more I actually like this domain name. It's actually a really good name. I'm going to go ahead and click confirm order. And then click pay. And just like that, I've now purchased this domain. So the excitement is kicking in now. I'll be using this domain to build out a website whilst I'm running through the course. So now we have our domain. In the next video, I'll be showing you how you can set up hosting.